great. But hopefully, again, create that interest to continue their education at the 4-year and ultimately get their degree.
Yes.
Because that's life changing. And that's the ultimate goal. You want to see them, I mean, everybody talks about it. You want to see your kids have a better future than what you've created for yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you're working with, these young men, young women, you hope that they're also kind of striving to create the same thing and create a better future for themselves than their parents created for themselves. And through education, I think that's how you accomplish it. So and if sports can tie in and at least keep them excited about doing, going to school and going to class, because it's a grind. I mean, it's their day at Delta is a grind. I mean, it's, you get up, our football players, for example, get up, they lift first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. So they're lifting, they're going to class, then somewhere at some point they're in our study area, which is called the zone.
Okay.
So they get some study time in, and then they're out to practice, or vice versa. I haven't seen the fall schedule yet, but all those things. But it
doesn't entail that. That's
all
in their
those things
day.
Are involved. Lifting, classes, study hall, practice. And then by that time, they're drained. At some point, they got to go home, complete some homework, and come back and do it all over again. So,
and
you haven't even,
games,
you haven't even included, social life. You haven't included,
family time or anything else.
Work. Some of them have to work, because, financial aid's not enough to cover everything for some of them. So I mean, real life hits you real quick.
Nice.
And that's the great thing about a junior college, though, especially locally. If you're a local kid and you're kind of hesitant about, hey, I don't know if I should go away, Delta's a great option for the local kids.
And it really is.
It really is.
I know a few teenagers who graduated high school, and they were looking at other colleges to go away to college, but they realized we have so much here at Delta College, and they have really a lot of great opportunities.
Yes.
Even here, just at Delta College, they decided to stay rather than to go somewhere else, because they figured they can knock out 2 years, get as much opportunity as possible, and then transfer all of that.
Yeah, and not to mention the money the money that's saved.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh.
If you have a place to stay here
they're
locally,
home, right?
They're home. So they're saving that portion.
Yeah.
If they qualify for financial aid, maybe they don't have to utilize all of it because they are local. So they can save it for when they do transfer to a 4-year school. So there's a lot of good reasons to stay local. Those are just that's not even getting into the details of what's Delta offers. There's a lot of good services that are offered. And then obviously I'm on the athletic side, so I know the quality of athletic programs that we offer. State caliber programs that are always in the mix, either in the playoffs or, like I mentioned earlier, some advancing to the state tournaments. So,
so you feel it prepares them for Division I, Division II schools? Division
I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, whatever options they have available to them when they're done. A lot of that'll be determined by them too.
Of course. What they push out.
Exactly. If they come in and they're ready to work, who knows what options are going to be available after 2 years.
Right. It's how they use that opportunity, right?
Exactly. And some may not come in prepared, and some may they have the option of shirt, red shirt or gray shirt, which gives them the opportunity to be around the program. Not play for a year and get acclimated to what college life is like.
Nice. Nice. But they're still part of
part of the program.
And the program.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it's still part of the program, and then it gives them. They still have their 2 years to play. So that's an option too. I think a lot of kids aren't familiar with because the change from high school to college it's pretty drastic.
It is.
It really is. So to have the support of a local school, and then to still have, if you stay local, to have your high school support team right there for you.
I think so.
It's a big deal. Yeah, it really is.
To give them an option to be able to just say, hey, I need to check this out and see what this is. I still, this is like my goal to be part of the program. So starting earlier. And also I heard that, and if maybe you can elaborate and explain this a little bit more for those who may not understand what that looks like when they're going in and having to, maybe if they're what that means for them when they choose to be part of the program but not play for the year, and how that affects them going into transferring into another year, another college, and then what that means as far as like having that game time and that play time.
A lot of them, it depends on the program, depends on the kid. But if the option does come up to red or gray shirt, it gives them the year to prepare, but it doesn't affect their 4 years of eligibility. So they still have 4 years to play.
Okay.
It just gives them basically, like I said, a year to prepare.
Okay. So it doesn't take away from their time.
No, and sometimes the biggest thing is just the academic side of it, because if you struggled, or if you're currently struggling to get through high school, but you're athletically you're prepared to play at the college level. Sometimes it is good to take that year to prepare yourself, so you're not
for the academics.
Exactly, because the last thing you want to do is get involved, start playing, and then all of a sudden your academics struggle, and now you
can't even be part of the program.
Exactly.
That would be devastating.
Your GPA drops, and all of a sudden you after your first year you're not eligible to play your second year. So it's you really want to come in and kind of get yourself used to what college life is like.
You guys hear that, you guys? You guys really need to think about that. If you guys are coming fresh out of high school, or maybe you took a year of school off out of high school and now you're ready to go back to school, that acclimation for you guys to get back into the academics is really, really going to be important for you guys. So you definitely want to talk with the program managers, and
we have great, through our department, we have great resources. We have a resource specialist that's strictly available to the athletes. She's available through an area that we call the zone, which is only available to our athletes. It's a study area.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, they have computers set up for them. She's located in there, so if there's any questions about
what's
transferring,
her name?
Amy Soud.
Amy Soud. I'm going to shout her out.
Yeah, she'll that's great. This will be a good thing to tie her into. But she does a great job working with our athletes. So another great resource.
SAUD.
SOUD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think which ethnic origin background.
Did you find her?
SOWD.
SOUD.
SOUD.
Yeah.
She didn't pop up, but that's okay.
Maybe try first name spelling AMIRA.
SOUD. Okay, well, she did not pop up, but that's okay because she might not have a Facebook. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they populate, sometimes they won't.
Yeah.
That's okay. So Amy Soud is the person, you guys, if you're in that area and you guys are looking to be in the zone, you cannot be in the zone unless you're part of the program. So,
and then we have Teresa Gutierrez, who's up there too.
Oh, okay.
So she does. She basically runs the zone, and then Amy's the resource specialist that's in there to assist with our athletes in regards to any academic needs.
GUTIE.
Yes, RREZ.
Okay, there's one that pops up, but I don't know if that's her, but I'm just going to put Teresa Gutierrez there. So shout out to Mira Soud and Teresa Gutierrez. So for the zone.
Yes.
For managing the zone at Delta College.
And that's just the start of our staff. I mean, we've got that's one thing I love about that. There's a lot of things that I really enjoy over at Delta, but the support staff is amazing. You know, those are two of them.
So many places can't do a lot unless you have great support and support staff.
No, what's going on there, the experience the athletes get, what the coaches are able to do, none of it would be possible if you didn't have Amy, if you didn't have Teresa. We have Roxanne, who's our eligibility specialist.
Okay. Shout out to Roxanne.
Yes, Adija, who works in our athletic office, runs our facilities. And then in regards to equipment and like team management, we have Akeisha and we have Eric. And then I
would type all of them, but I'd rather.
And then we have Jeff.
We have a lot.
Jeff that helps with facilities. So and then our trainers, Kevin and Tessa. I mean, it's So, you know, it's a great support staff. I mean, everything's taken care of. So coaches are able to coach, athletes are able to play, go to class.
And then find the resources that they need to ask the questions.
If they have injuries, they're well taken care of. We have a great trainers facility. So it's first class. I mean, you know, obviously I'm a little biased because I'm there. But I've seen others, and I've been around to other junior colleges. You know, I've traveled, and you know, I think the stigma of Stockton. You know, we talked a little bit before we got on the air. It's unfortunate because there's so many great things here going on.
But that's what we're here for.
That's exactly why we're here. Yeah, we want to spread the word.
We want to let people know that it really is not what you guys think it is. To the outside world, and we know that the news wants to always promote the bad stuff.
No doubt.
Because that's kind of how they get their effects and their fans and their views, because people are in that negativity. But when you're really looking at all the positive, and when people are searching for opportunities, they're searching to better their life, we have to show them where they are and what that is.
And those opportunities are right here. Yeah.
In the front yard, in the backyard, in your side yard. It's all right here. And it's just a matter of finding the resources and the people that can help lead you to that.
No doubt.
And asking all the right questions.
No doubt.
So I know that we have a lot of people in our particular area that love sports, are into sports, and sometimes even want to utilize that to kind of maybe have it they're out in one way or another. Which is absolutely a great idea for whoever it is that wants to go that route, because if that's what they're built for, hey, there's opportunity for that. So with the Delta College program, I see that there are so many types of sports that you guys cover.
We do. We offer 20 sports.
20 different sports,
20 different programs. Right. You know, obviously some of them are male, female, so a total of 20. Right now we have 6 sports going on.
Which ones are going on right now?
Right now, you're testing me here. We've got baseball.
Okay.
We've got beach volleyball.
Lovely.
Yes, we've got softball.
Softball.
Swim. Swim and dive.
Okay, nice. Ooh.
Track and field. And I'm missing somebody here.
I'm really thinking...
golf. Men's golf.
Golf.
Yes.
Okay.
The ones that are off campus... Our golf team actually plays Espinoza.
Okay.
So I don't see them as much as I see our on-campus sports.
I see.
But yeah.
So not to forget about them.
no, not to forget about them. So we have those 6 going on, but we've got some teams doing really, really well right now. Baseball's doing well. Softball's doing well. Swim, we've got a couple of kids that are doing really, really well. And then with our track and field team too, we have a couple kids that are doing really well too. So.
And all of them, are they able to really look at the possibility and opportunity of possibly going to the Olympics with those particular sports? Because they have track and field, they do swim, they even have beach volleyball. Yes, they do.
They do. I think most of our focus is still tied on the educational side. So our big push is to help
keep them educated.
Help them continue their education.
Okay.
And whether it be an athletic opportunity that they go on and pursue, or whether it just be the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year school. So that's really our big push.
Nice.
So
for some of these sports that you have going on, are there certain schools that you would like to connect with mostly, or does it matter for you guys versus what matters most for them?
A lot of our coaches have their own connections at the 4-year level, depending on the athlete, depending on where they think they could play, depending on the sport, yes. But and then a lot of it goes back to the schools. They'll reach out to us. They do their homework. They know. They'll find you. They will find
Scouting.
you. Oh, for sure. They will find you. There's so many resources available through the different sports.
Do you guys have a lot of scouts that come through?
We do. We do. Depending on the sport, depending on, a lot of it ties into, there's a lot of factors that come into play, but we do have a lot of scouts that come through because of the rich history and the storied success that the programs have. We have a lot of schools that come through, and they'll just check in. Hey, what's going on? Do you have anybody? Because a lot of the 4-year schools reach out to junior colleges that they know have quality programs. So they stay in touch with those programs, and that's a lot of what we offer.
Right.
I'm I'm bragging about what we do, but
as you should.
But they
should. Yeah, it's
they
absolutely
do
amazing.
a great job. I mean, we have a veteran staff. We don't have
newbies.
We don't have a lot of new coaches, and very, very, very little turnover. So
Nice.
it's like
Oh, that's even
there's
better.
a lot of
That's the best.
a lot of experience and just quality coaching going on in our programs.
And to have that quality with the consistency of very low turnover makes a big impact and a
huge.
big difference,
It's
because
huge,
it
yeah.
helps the consistency and for people who need that, it they don't have to question of what's going on, and then have the uncertainty about
Well,
things.
and then in the community, they know the name.
Yeah.
I mean, Gina Johnson's the head women's basketball coach at Delta College, and she's been there for over 20 years. People know who she is.
Right.
With turnover comes, uncertainty, doubt, and it opens that door to what people like to label, certain things around here, and it's with the consistency, we have, coaches that are going to, that people know, that and that's a good thing. I
really
think
think so, because when you're looking at people who are already in the program now, who have been in the program and have had a lot of success with the program, a lot of success in working the program with their education, maintaining that, knowing, and even mentorship comes along with that. So being able to have a great mentor to run with, to grow with, and then for them to be at a certain level and then inspire somebody else to say, these are the people that were part of my life, and you can find them there, they're still there. That encourages and inspires and motivates others beyond them to say, I'm looking forward to working with that particular coach because they did so much for my friend or so much for my family member.
That's the biggest thing is I tell any athlete that's in doubt, I tell them, go ask somebody that played for us.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to tell them who to go talk to, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to find someone that's going to be like, go to Delta.
Yeah.
Go play for Delta. Go play for Coach Barlow. Go play for Coach Johnson. Go play for Coach Peters. That's what they're gonna hear if they go to talk to former athletes. And it's because of, again, it goes back to them being, the coaches being veterans, being around for a long time, quality program. There's a lot of factors that come in, but when we have kids that doubt, and especially men's basketball, when I would go out and recruit, it was talk to these guys. Ask them what their experience was like, and then most of those kids come back and go, "Yeah, I want to come to Delta."
Yeah.
So I think
I can do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things going on out there. So
I think that's pretty amazing that you guys are really holding it down and staying together and are really creating such a solid support team and solid team as a faculty. Because I hear other things that go on sometimes that there aren't the greatest I guess people that are helpful in the area, but to know that they can find that in your program and with athletics, it's a really good thing to know, because sometimes you think that going into sports, maybe that's maybe parents or people aren't supporting the kids about the program because they don't think that sports are important, but to understand at this level, it can be an very integral part of their growth and learning, and even maybe opening doors to like their love for learning.
Yeah, no, you never know when the light's fully going to turn on for somebody.
Right.
They could be 22, just finishing at Delta and like falling in love with school.
Yep.
Whereas when they got there, when they were 18, it was like, I don't know if I really want to go to school anymore. I don't know if, I want to continue my education. And that's the great part about athletics, because we're here to support their academic success and kind of just keep them motivated along the way.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's a huge goal of ours, and then to bridge that gap between athletics and academics, because like you said, a lot of kids go in with the fear of the classroom, the college level, English, math. So we have resources that can assist them on the athletic side to help bridge that gap. And we work to keep a positive relationship with the academic side too of the campus. And I think there's a positive one going on. I'm really new. I've had communication with a few professors, but it seems like there's an open line of communication. And if there's concerns, they're coming to us. If there's concerns from our end, we're going to them. So there's good dialogue, good communication going on between the two sides. And I think ultimately it's good because it supports the kids. It supports the students, and that's really what we're there to do.
Yeah, I bet you they have a lot of fun in the zone.
They do,
because it's like they're among their own people, and whatever it is that they're struggling with, it's something that they can feel safe.
Yeah, and they can help each other.
To really work on.
We
in
have
there.
tutors that rotate through there, so they have tutors that are available. But they get to meet other kids from other programs, from other cities. I mean, and just relationships are built. It's
there's that social life
there
there
is a social life, and it's within the athletic. A large part's within the athletic department because they don't have time to do anything else.
No, but that's a great thing though.
Yeah. No,
because it still helps them become just a little bit more worldly in a sense that they're
doubt.
Not just only, even though a lot of them are local, but from surrounding cities of the 209. It's still the 209, and they're still. You never know where the families have come from, so it still allows them that social aspect.
No doubt.
Even though they're not necessarily.
And the zone is great. It is a good, social tool, but at the same time, I mean, just the things that get done up there. It's when you walk in, you could, it's silent, and there's a lot of work going on. Nice. So it's kind of cool just to walk in and just kind of see, these kids they're pushing, they're working hard.
So for anybody who's looking to get into, maybe just kind of wet their feet a little bit for an athletics program, what would you recommend that they do going there?
I would recommend that they go to our website. Okay, we if you I see it up behind you. If you go to the right there where the swimmer is, that's we just launched this page 2 weeks ago, or this website 2 weeks ago.
Click on the picture.
Yeah, click on the picture. That'll take you to our new. So I'm, talking to everybody that's listening.
Presto Sports, it says.
Yes, go to deltacollege.edu, and it'll take you. Click on athletics, and it'll take you to. There's a link on the right that you've already clicked on. So Renee is right now viewing our
official site of the Delta College Mustangs.
Our new Presto site. So we're really excited about this. So obviously across the top it has a bunch of different drop-down options, but if you go over to the far right where it says Become a Mustang, click on that, and then click on Become a Mustang right below it, and that takes you to a page of all of our sports. And then from there, what they're going to do is, let's just say they're interested in baseball, and click on baseball.
So it says men's sports and women's sports. And for men's sports, baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, soccer, swimming and diving, track and field, water polo and wrestling. Women's sports, basketball, beach volleyball, cross country, golf, soccer, softball, swimming and diving, track and field, volleyball, and water polo. So click on baseball and men's. And
then a survey pops up. And eventually. There you go.
It's a little slow.
So what they're going to do, they don't need to worry about the top part. Go down to the bottom part right there. Start filling in those open boxes. And the great part about this service is once they complete that sends an email directly to the head coach. And the head coach gets all the information they filled in there. The important part is put your cell phone number, put your email.
Contact. Definitely need to be able to be contacted.
Email, cell phone number. Obviously, when you click on the sport, it's going to send it to the correct coach. So that's where I would start, because calling them, office number. I mean, we know, the day and age we're in right now. It's email.
Inundated with phone calls,
exactly.
And then sometimes the message doesn't provide the information they need to get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. So that part right there gives them all the necessary information. So I would start there. Complete that, but I would get out and I would talk to people and say, hey, find out who went to Delta, who played, in the program that you're interested in, and ask them about their experience, because again, I'm pretty confident that they're going to find out some very positive things about what they're looking to get into at Delta. So, but start there. And visit, roam around our website. There's a lot of good information.
It's a cool website, you guys.
It actually is.
It's easily navigated. You can navigate it easily.
Presto is new. All of our programs in our conference, which is the Big 8, are now Presto sites. We actually joined everybody else. So yeah,
very nice.
When we launched the
what
page,
an upgrade!
It was huge. Well, if you look at our old one right now that you're on, it's definitely an upgrade. So, and it keeps, the best part about it is the schedules stay current. So if there's any changes, they'll update and populate over right away.
Nice.
And then stats are all available for all of our programs right off our own website now.
That's amazing.
And those are up within, they have to be within 24 hours. 24 hours of the contest. So, within a day, you're going to have stats available. And some of the sports, once they get to playoffs, are live statted. So those stats will be updated as the game's going on.
Very cool. That is very cool.
So we're
coming into all the new technology and everything.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely amazing, because you kind of want that caliber, especially when you're, working in, just moving up with the quality of the program, integrating with the rest of the country, that, what they're going through, and that network. So the scouts are more easily able to see really what's going on with your athletes and those that are in your department.
They can go right to deltacollegeathletics.com.
So it's doing a service for the students.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And we're working to push the new website, so deltaathletics.com. So that's I took you through our old page, but you can find it directly too. So
yeah, that will be nice. And that say that again. That will be
deltacollegeathletics.com.
So straight to the athletics.
Straight to athletics.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, what's your favorite sport?
That's tough. Is favorite sport to watch?
How about a few favorites?
Okay.
Maybe to watch, to play, to coach, whatever it is.
Well, to coach, I've been around basketball. That's what brought me to Stag.
Okay.
So I was a basketball coach, a lower level basketball coach. So I've actually worked my way up. I came over to Stag as a freshman coach. From Sierra High School in Manteca, where I was a lower level coach too. So went freshman, went sophomore, took over the varsity program, spent like 10 years running the varsity program at Stag, joined as an assistant at the junior college level. I was athletic director at the high school level, so assisted with administration at the high school level. So I did all that and then worked my way up. So, and basketball was what opened the door for all that. So obviously, I'd have to say, coaching-wise, it would be basketball.
Okay.
Because that's where I'm most comfortable.
Yes.
But playing, I love playing golf.
Okay.
I love golf.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's. I wish I was golfing, daily, weekly. So looking forward to. We have our next golf trip. I have a group of guys that I travel around with. So we're
kind of a travel golf team.
Yes, we're a week away from our next round of golf together. So I'm excited. I haven't seen those guys. We all worked together originally, and now we've all kind of split up. So it'll be nice to get back out on the golf course with them.
Nice.
But to watch is baseball. Yeah. So.
And to watch is baseball.
Yes, I love and
live or on TV or both.
Both.
Okay.
And I'm lucky because my oldest. Because baseball, he could be there a while. It could be a 3-hour game, so it can. Yes. So I have 2 boys, and my oldest just loves baseball.
Nice.
So now I have Trey wants to watch baseball, so let's turn the baseball game on. So,
right.
So I have
somebody
that.
to watch it with.
Yeah, somebody to watch it with. I have an excuse.
I'm not being selfish. It's not just for me.
Exactly. It's not just for me. So, but yeah, definitely to watch is baseball. I love watching baseball. We go to quite a few Giants games throughout the year. Not a Giants fan though, so I got to say.
But it's here.
Yes, but it's here. So
the
facility's awesome. Yeah. I love going over to the Bay Area, but definitely not a Giants fan.
Okay.
Got to make that clear. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan.
Okay.
So it's been a very exciting sports year for me too. Just watching sports. The Eagles winning the Super Bowl. I've been an Eagles fan since I was 8 years old. So
nice.
Phillies fan. So Sixers fan. Sixers are doing great right now. Villanova winning. I'm not, I don't necessarily have a college team that I root for, but, another Pennsylvania team right outside of Philadelphia. So,
are you from there originally?
No, believe it or not. Yeah, that's the next question I always get. Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
made my first trip to Philadelphia this last summer.
Oh, Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
so you're just so ecstatic.
Oh,
sure.
This last year has been amazing. We went to two
yeah.
Phillies games while we were there.
Oh,
went into Washington, went and saw the Nationals, went up to Baltimore, saw the Orioles.
Cool.
Traveled around the East Coast and watched a lot of baseball.
Very nice.
Lucky to have, my wife's into baseball. My youngest is getting there. Like, we turn it on now, and he's at 6 because he plays. So he's like, he's starting to watch. So we're shifting from cartoons to a little bit of baseball off and on.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost getting back to normal TV.
Right.
So
I had a guest recently here. She was from Philadelphia, and she has a program that she started. It's called 500,000 Kids. And basically what it was is she saw that there was a very big problem we have nationwide with many children that are in foster care that are eligible for adoption, but the programs that they're doing, they don't have a very viable or good program for recruiting families.
Okay.
So they're starting a pilot program out there. When Philadelphia is very well known for starting and piloting many awesome programs. So shout out to Philadelphia. And then she was very big. She was like, I'm just so proud. My team, we're the Super Bowl champs. So
oh, it's
I had to give it to her. I was like, you're right. So
everything on social media, every day there's
shout out Leah.
There's still people are still posting pictures from Super Bowl Sunday.
It'll be all year until the next season.
The parade is still on Instagram. I'm going through, everything I listen to, because this is how bad it is. On my drives into work, I listen to Philadelphia Sports Talk. So because because on your phone now you can listen to pretty much any radio station.
Yes,
so no offense to anybody locally, but I listen to Philadelphia Sports Talk.
And we're live streaming also with Simple Radio and TuneIn Radio. So for those
that's what I use.
So they can tap in through TuneIn to KXSpace and listen to our interview right now.
Oh, okay.
As well as live on YouTube and Facebook. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very cool that you are a Philly fan, because you would not have expected that.
No, a lot of people are like, they'll come in my office and I have a Philadelphia Phillies I have some stuff sitting out, and they're like, "You're a Phillies fan, huh? We don't see very many of those out here." There really isn't. I don't have any other friends that are sports fans, so that's the only downside that are Philadelphia sports fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all Giants fans, they're all Niner fans, local fans,
yeah.
and so I have to battle it out with them every time.
I bet you that's fun, though.
It is. It is when we're winning, which in the past hasn't been that often. When they're, Giants go win 3 World Series, I mean, I have to sit and listen to that for a while.
Yeah. So it's your turn to boast.
It is.
A little bit.
A little bit. But
I
try not to. But I think my friends would say otherwise.
Yeah,
they got quite a few texts the night of the Super Bowl.
And I think that's okay. And like I say, everybody has their turn in the spotlight.
Oh, yeah. You hope so.
You would hope so. Yeah,
unless
a lot
you're
of people
a Cleveland
do.
Browns fan or something like that.
Or the basketball team that Cleveland.
Well, you got the Cavs
basketball team.
So they still have the Cavs to brag about. So
yeah, not too bad. But they've just recently kind of got.
Yeah, they've with LeBron they've had some recent success. Yeah.
I remember I formerly was in the military, so I just recently this past November is when I actually got out.
Oh, okay.
So when you started here at Delta, I was ending my military career there, and I remember being stationed over in New Jersey. Okay. And so I have children, so at the time I brought them out, and so they stayed out there for a week, and then I took them for a trip all around New York. We stayed out there in Brooklyn, and then I took them because their favorite team is the A's, and my son loves the A's and the Yankees. Well, it just so happened that I looked on the schedule. I was like, okay, when is the Yankees playing? When are the A's coming out here to the Yankee Stadium? And that's where I kind of planned the whole trip for them to come around that. So I got to take all of them to the Yankee Stadium to watch them play the A's, and he got to see both of his favorite teams.
That's our next trip. Is up. So we did the DC, Baltimore area, Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. So now we want to go a little bit farther north and go into Boston and go into New York. So there's 3 more stadiums there that we. Because that's kind of a bucket list thing that we've created for ourselves. Cool. Is we've hit all the California stadiums, so we've got 3 more back east now. Nice. So now we need to branch out a little bit further. So,
and I definitely recommend taking the subway. Take the subway to the stadium. It
It's an experience?
Yes, it's
Okay.
not only is it an experience, it's right there. It lets you off right there, and
That's
it's
great.
absolutely a wonderful experience because you get to see all of the Yankees fans and
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
going
That's
together.
the part. That's what the great part about going
Yeah.
away to the away ballparks. I mean, it's to see. You know, you go to San Francisco a lot, you get used to it. You go to Oakland, you get used to it. But when you get outside of California, you know, even going down to Dodger games and stuff like that, we've done that quite a bit. But when you get
people get crazy.
Yeah, when you get outside of California and you get to some of those sports towns that are like really big sports, you know, like New York or like Philadelphia.
It's life for them.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And just the talk through the different cities back east, it was. I felt at home. Obviously, I'd never been there, but I felt at home. It was great.
And sports are your thing. So.
Sports are my thing,
Yeah.
and I'm bringing it into my kids' lives only because I know what it did for me and where it. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for sports, and having sports in my life, and the push that my parents had to push me academically and athletically. So it's, I feel like it creates a lot of good opportunities, positive opportunities. And that's what we want for our kids. I mean, I know there's other things that are positive. My kids are involved in music. My kids are involved in, a number of different things.
Yeah. More opportunity, the better. To expand who they are and their growth as a person.
Exactly. Yeah. Introduce them to as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my biggest thing. And that's what I learned from others. My oldest just finished the science Olympiad, the math Olympiad.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I was like, this is cool. I had never been around that. A lot of my biggest part was sports. Everything I did was sports. So I didn't expand out as much. So I'm trying to get them involved in, sports, but hey, there's some other things we could try to do and go have fun with. And it's new to me too. So just like music, I mean, my oldest is going to start playing an instrument. I think it's introduced in 5th grade at his school. So,
did he choose, or are you guys going to choose for him?
He already said we've kind of talked, and he was like, yeah, I kind of like the saxophone. So
nice.
So I was like, all right, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
We helped him a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun because it'll be a new experience for me.
Yeah. And for him.
And for him, and his little brother gets to watch him, and then his brother picks up on what he's doing. So
totally influence.
Yeah. And that's, again, you tie it all back full circle, and you're like, that's what we're all here for. And that's ultimately really what I want to do is just influence people that, make some good choices, have good experiences along the way, and continue to grow.
Yeah.
Continue to grow and get your education and, and make a better life for your kids. And, it's just, that's what it's all about to me.
Yeah. So. And speaking of the science, love for science, I'm not sure if you're aware, but April 22nd is Earth Day.
I saw the flyer posted there.
Yes, and so what they have is the March for Science is at 10 to 11.
Okay.
So from 10 a.m. to 11, they're going to do a March for Science, which is support the planet, circle the park with a chain reaction. So the chain reaction is the human chain of seeing how many, I think it's like 1,000, they need over 1,000 people, or just barely over 1,000, to create a chain reaction. And what that is just holding hands around the entire park and seeing if they have and can get enough people to create the chain reaction. Okay. Just to make a full circle. And so it's kind of a science.
That's right down the street over here.
Victory Park.
Okay.
It'll be at Victory Park. And so, again, it's at 10 to 11 on the 22nd, April 22nd, Earth Day. And then they're going to have a festival right after that. So it'll be great for the kids to be out there.
Oh, for sure.
And for anybody who loves science and wants to support science just in that small gesture, I think it'll be fun because then they'll have many people who are like-minded and can get together and then, just have great conversation and meet new friends and make new friends.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty awesome thing.
Oh, for sure.
So I like physical activity. I'm hosting the International Pillow Fight Day. That's going to be this Saturday.
Okay.
And it's part of Urban Playground Movement Worldwide. And so just to have fun and play and to help teach the youth how to play like that, in a light way, and it helps to give them like physical activity if they're not really into sports, but they little do they know it's kind of sports. You're still using physical activity.
You're increasing your heart rate. Yeah,
right.
That's ultimately what all of it is, right?
Right. To get out and move. Get out of the house, get out and move and have fun. And if that's what it takes, bring your pajamas, wear your pajamas, bring your pillow with you.
It's great. I talking about that, getting out of the house. So on the rainy days, my two kids, they watch, occasionally my wife and I will we either work out at home, or we have a place that we go to work out. But they usually go and just kind of watch and kind of hang out, because it's, there's nothing for kids
yeah.
for kids at that time.
Yeah.
So if it's raining and it's a day that we're in, they'll put their own little workout together. And
that is so cute.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I love it.
My 6-year-old's doing laps around the island in our kitchen, and he's got a lap count for himself. So I hear him calling these numbers out.
That's cute.
And I go walk in the kitchen, and he's over there breathing hard. He's like, I just ran 40 laps around the island. I'm like, what are you doing?
40
like,
laps.
Yeah, around the little
so
island in our
cute.
kitchen. It's pretty funny.
And he's 5, right?
He's 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah,
6.
6.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So and then his big brother's over there help him ride it up, and it's it's hilarious. So yeah, no.
So they're like literally planning it.
Yeah, they are. They plan it together.
So
they're lifting up baskets, like they're in there
it.
lifting weights. It's pretty funny. So
that really is.
So yeah, getting kids active, getting kids involved.
Yes,
because that's. I mean, again, it goes back to
and engaging
what we're
the
doing.
families with them. Because sometimes the families are they're very busy. And they have a lot of other things going on than to really interact and engage with the children. No doubt. So it gives them an opportunity to have a family day.
Yes.
And to play like a family, and play like kids, and just to be kids, and to remember what that's like, and to kind of understand their kids on that level. And it's an opportunity to really kind of see, those kids that need to have some reach out, some outreach. You can kind of, I remember this is our 2nd annual International Pillow Fight Day. Last year, I remember seeing this one youngster, and he got very upset, so he ended up going off and sitting on the bench, and he just didn't want to move. So it was an opportunity to really go out and reach out and say, hey, what's really going on, and to learn to say, hey, let's move through these emotions. Let the emotion move through you, so that you're not stuck in that emotion and let it become and control your world, but to let you understand, like, hey, this is what I'm feeling, and this is okay. Let's just move past it and kind of go back out and get right back to it.
Have fun.
Yeah, and just to kind of see what our community's doing, and you kind of get to see those in our community, and to touch them, and to meet them, and to just play.
Yeah. And because everybody's coming from
different backgrounds,
something different. It's not
place in their world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And a lot of the youth tend to think it's just them.
Yeah.
So for them to get out there and meet kids that are, that are like them, that are going through similar experiences, maybe not exactly the same, but opportunities like that. I mean, to go hit somebody with a pillow, or go run around the park together. Those are. Again, it goes back to the great things that are happening in our city that maybe don't get as much attention as some of the other stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah, and it's just to show how physical activity in sports, really, even something as simple as that, a pillow fight, really brings unity in the community, and just helping to show them that it's okay we have these emotions, and it's okay to have these emotions if you're frustrated, and it's just a great way to get out, because it's a pillow.
And have fun.
It's a pillow. And have fun.
Yes.
So and having said that, anybody who's coming out bringing their little brothers, little sisters, anybody in the community, a lot of the teenagers, we're hoping that if they are tuning in, if they have questions, maybe they can reach out and find out more about it. So if you have anybody, you can tell anybody at the school and let them know, hey, head out there Saturday. So rain, sun, or shine, we're going to be out there, because it's fun to play in the rain as well. A lot of people are scared to play in the rain. I don't know if they're scared to get their hair wet. I don't know.
I don't really
scared
have that
to have their
issue,
makeup
but,
melt off. I don't know what it is. I don't really wear makeup, and I don't really have to worry about my hair either. So it's one of those things where it's okay to play in the rain. It's okay to play in the sunshine. It's okay to play outside, all in all. So we really want to encourage that, and I'm so glad to have you here today, because I really want to encourage everybody to take a look at what we have right here in our own hometown, in our home city, that is growing. We're growing so much, and becoming that urban place. It's not a small town anymore. So for anybody who doesn't know what's going on and what they can get into as far as sports, if you're coming in from a different area, or you don't necessarily know what you need to do to get into the sports area, you have a means and a way to go through the Delta College website. And you can follow, there's an upcoming website that's coming, the Delta College Athletics.
That one's the one that I took you to, so that one's already launched. So we have our current one through our school website, and then we have
that link there was for the new one.
The link was to the new one, so that just took off a couple weeks ago. So we have 2 running right now. Eventually, one's going to transition out here over the summer.
Yes.
The older one, because our school is going to a full new website.
Nice.
This
and
summer.
they need to, because it's kind of a complicated
it's
one to navigate.
Yeah, I think there was a combination of things that came into play.
Links and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I think a lot of that came into play, and I think their transition. I saw kind of just the beginning of the new one, and wow, it's pretty impressive.
Very cool.
Yeah, because there's again, just even outside of athletics, if you're just thinking about being a student, I look into Delta College.
Yeah.
I mean, just obviously I'm here to advocate for our athletic department, but
and for Delta College.
For sure. Just the quality of outside of our athletics department, the quality of education that just what I've gotten back to me from our athletes of what's going on in the classroom, and the push for success, and the extra support that's available. I think if you come in with the right mindset, and you maybe you don't necessarily know what you want to do, which isn't a bad thing. You're 18 years old. I mean, I didn't think at 18 I'd be doing what I'm doing today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you come in and you're indecisive, that's okay.
Yeah, it really is.
Doesn't mean you can't go to college.
That's right.
There's
just
a lot.
Just get started.
Exactly. Get started, and something's going to spark your interest.
Totally.
And that's another good thing about Delta. So it's a great place. It really is. And I'm getting introduced to a lot of new parts of it, and everything that I've seen, I've experienced, the people I've ran into is just really positive.
Well,
really
congratulations on your position.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very
really
much.
taking it to that next level, and keeping your expertise and your experience and your knowledge, and just the quality of mentorship that I can hear coming that resonates through you to our people. To the people here that really truly could benefit so much by it.
And that's what I'm excited about. I mean, to stay in Stockton and be able to do this, I mean, if you would have told me that 5-10 years ago, I would have been like, wow, what a great opportunity. I would be very excited and very humbled to be able to get into a position like that, and to now be sitting here doing what I'm doing. I mean, it's every day I wake up, I'm excited.
Blessed.
I know
right,
it's I am, and it's early on, and everyone's like, well, it's still fresh. It's like, no, I don't see this going away.
Right.
I just the excitement, the excitement that I have, and the joy that I have working with those people there. It's
and honestly, I don't see how they would really want to try to bring in somebody else. I see that it's in Taryn, but for you to be, because you've been kind of a staple in our community already. So for you to take on this position really makes sense.
And and my thing is, it is interim, and my big thing is, I'm working as if it were a permanent position. That's the way I view it. I'm not going in, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right.
I'm all in. And and if the decision were to come and it weren't to be a position that I wasn't selected for the permanent position, that's okay. I have the time that I'm in there to make the impact that I can.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to take advantage of. And that's the way I'm viewing it. And that's the way when I sit and talk with my wife about it, that's the conversation we have. Hey, take advantage of the opportunity you have.
Absolutely.
And if it turns into more, great.
Yes.
If it doesn't, then hey, what's the next opportunity that I'm going to run into? What's the next Stag High School challenge that I'm going to go take on? And that's
you're really just going to own it,
and
no matter what it is.
That's the view that I'm going to take, and that's the effort I'm going to put in. So.
And that's what everybody totally is going to get, and they feel that. I feel that from you, and I'm sure that the viewers feel that as well. So we have Sherwin Aguilar says, "Good morning." So. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the information that you have gained today from Mr. Espinoza, Tony.
Yes.
He is the director of the athletics department over at Delta College, and he is sharing all the information with us today. So I'm going to let him go ahead and recap really quickly how you guys can find out more about the athletics programs and anything that he would like to share with you as far as like Delta College contact, any of his personal contact if you would like, anything of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell them now.
I recommend deltacollegeathletics.com. Right now I'm pulling up our Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We are on Facebook, Delta College Athletics. We're also on Twitter, and we're on Instagram you'd have to look up those names for me, so I'd get them exact.
So Delta College Athletics, we have San Joaquin Delta College Athletics with the Mustang. Then there's another one.
That's the one with the Mustang. Yeah, San Joaquin Delta College Athletics.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay, so
there is a
the zone
Division 2.
It says the zone.
There should be a regular one for athletics too.
Okay, so then I'll put that one on there as well.
Yeah, the zone would be a good one too, though. That goes back to Amy. I think Amy runs that one.
Okay.
So that's a good way to reach out to Amy right there. But then on Twitter, I think it's at SJDC Athletics on Twitter.
Okay.
And on Instagram, I'm pretty certain it's SJDC Athletics also.
At SJDC Athletics for Twitter.
For Twitter, yes. You able to do all that right through Facebook too?
I put the links up so that if they're looking for the contact, they can go here and scroll through the comments to find out how they would look you up.
Got it. Got it. I have a support group with through the coaches and Susie, who we hadn't talked about yet. Mm-hmm. Susie helps a lot with our social media, so she's great, and I know she's now on the Miracle Mile with you guys, doing some things.
I'm going to put that one there, and then for Twitter.
At SJDC.
Is at SJDC.
Athletics.
Okay.
So I would encourage everyone, hopefully we can get some followers out of this.
Absolutely.
But Twitter's kind of our biggest social media.
Okay.
In regards to live, very close to live updates. Okay. Our trainers help run our Twitter. I also help, occasionally post if I'm at whatever game I'm at. So if you're looking for score updates, if you're looking for current team news, our Twitter is probably our best resource. And then our website, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And the website, yes.
Yes.
www.deltacollegeathletics.com.
Which we even got to choose the domain
name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
Yeah. So all this stuff I come into in my first few months, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Tony, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Loved having you and sharing all of your wonderful experiences and stories, and just knowing and letting everybody know, you've stayed right in your own front yard and backyard, and you're still here for many more years to come to mentor so many more people. So yes. Thank you very much.
No, appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, that's been the show. Rise and shine. Have a great Thursday and a great weekend. I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to be heading out to Modesto. I'm going to be possibly going live with sound healing therapy out there. So you may get to catch a little bit of that. I'm not sure if I want to share because I'm doing the sound healing therapy. Chaz Pro, he is a sound healing therapist. He was out of the area. He's a local DJ as well and does a lot of music. But he does it, but he actually is a healer with the modality. So he ended up moving out to Portland, Oregon, but he's back for just a short period of time. So he will be with us tomorrow. So you guys tune in for that. You guys have a wonderful day.
Here at KXVS,